That could very well happen, yes.
Okay. But the $30 for last year, if your refund went through them, I don't see any way of getting that $30 back.
You know, Tom, when my taxes went to my direct deposit account, and he said it was closed, I thought it was over, and it came right back again to haunt me.
I know.
It doesn't take 10 days for a 1040 easy at H&R Block.
But hold on.
And all they wanted to do
all I need to know, Kenny, what I'm asking you is this. The 20, whatever refund you got did you get a refund on that card for the year they're charging you the $30, or was it an empty card?
No, I didn't give them the chance because I pulled the taxes away from them. And
okay, so they charge you. When do they charge you for these cards? At the beginning of the year?
I would assume so, yeah, because I got the bill for it on 1/22 before I ever got my returns.
Okay,
my W-2s from my employers.
All right. So, did you pay 30, 30, and 30 for the last 3 years?
Yes.
Okay, and the one you're disputing is the one of them.
22. For the year 22 for this taxes.
And for this year's season, because you just got it. I get it. And they won't just credit your card. They won't just. You didn't pay it yet, did you? Did they take it out already?
No, because I pulled my taxes from their organization, took it somewhere else. So they didn't have a chance to do it. But what I'm saying here, they will not let you out of that Emerald card. It's a cash cow for these people. Maybe not one person for an individual like me, but you take the millions that are in that boat. And that's a lot of money, Tom. And they won't let it go. They won't close it, even though you've paid for it to be closed. They will not do it.
Okay. I want to give this. Hold on. I want to give this to one of our accountants. I want to give it to Deputy Dollar to figure out what the hell is going on. You're not going to use it for this tax year. You want your $30 back. I agree with you.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Spa Palace.
We do have a few areas of slower speeds right now, seeing that on either direction of I-270 approaching Vasquez. And Park Avenue heading into downtown, it looks like we have an accident there causing delay. So just watch for that as you come off of I-25 onto Park Avenue West. Your drive downtown on I-25 a little sluggish northbound between 6th Avenue and Spear. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, a bit of a warm-up this afternoon, but tonight's low drops back down to 1. And then high temperatures gradually increasing for tomorrow through the weekend. 30 tomorrow, 57 by Sunday. Currently it's 20. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Spa Palace for 38 years has been the trusted source for all your hot tub and swim spa needs. Spa Palace offers the trusted brand Hydro Pool Swim Spas, a leader in self-cleaning everyday swimming pools, a brand you can trust from friends you can trust. Spa Palace, spapalace.com for locations.
I like talking about Become the Banker because it is an investment strategy that anyone can do. It's really simple. Here's what it is. If you want to put money away for life insurance, you put more than the premium on purpose away. Now, why would you do that? Because it creates a cash account. It's called a cash value. And what that does is that grows tax-free. That's what the government allows you to do. So whenever you have a way to save money, and it's tax-free, it grows faster. So Become the Banker means you can borrow from it through your life, and then you pay it back with more interest. And the whole secret is to build up a tax-free account until retirement.
And then what you do is you use it for retirement through loans that you never pay back. By the way, realcbdthatworks.com is, by the way, that's becomethebanker.org. Becomethebanker.org for more information on that. Now, realcbdthatworks.com is what you want when it comes to CBD products. They're right out of Golden, Panacea Life Sciences, and they work. The cosmetic line is getting rave reviews. It has anti-inflammatory properties. Women love it for their eye makeup, their eye, whatever, eye cream. And they also have, of course, pain formulations, anxiety. Go to the website, realcbdthatworks.com. Put Tom in the promo code for 30% off.
Or Courtney Lopez, here we know life.
I didn't do Paragon because I didn't have the phone number. I didn't have
Mouthwash gives us the confidence to always be ready to make.
Kim, so I don't know what's wrong. You can. Hold on a second, though. The website just doesn't make it. ParagonServices.com does not come up. I don't know if he's not paying for his website or what.
What's your 401k? Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money. 204-888-8674. That's 720-488-8674.
I mean, I don't mind doing it. It's just that I didn't have any information.
As much as Romanian immigrant Mitch Floria. He arrived with just $300 in his pocket, started Art of Granite, now serves the entire Front Range and mountain communities. A direct stone importer who passes wholesale prices on to his customers for all countertops. Completed in just 2 weeks, including quartz. Bathroom free when you have the kitchen done. Tear out and haul away free. Get a price on the phone. 303-386-5919. The Art of Granite.
Paragon
News is happening now.
PA Services. What a bad name.
Okay, I've got Smarty Marty back. And then you wanted Kenny with Deputy Dollars.
Yeah.
And
That guy doesn't want to come back on, though.
And I don't know what happened. I got back from the bathroom, and on line 4, we lost, at least on my computer.
I know, me too. I can't even.
And I can't
reformat
fix the border. It won't let me.
I know.
I think
I
it's
tried.
because you're the.
No, I tried to do it too. And
I don't
it
know
won't
what
let me.
happened.
Who's on there? Oh, help! You're on there now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I know. I tried it too. I might do it later. Don't
well,
worry
and
about it.
you know, this morning you might have been getting a log on from my computer, or not my computer, but the computer that's in there. So it may not have been this one.
Oh.
You know,
okay,
so I think
okay.
you're fine because I find out of this one
cool.
all the time.
All right,
so,
good.
Yeah.
Good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
We're getting the last hour on YouTube.
What about it?
We're getting the last hour.
Oh,
good. Right now. Yeah, I was about to give up and walk back over to the office. Looked in the cabinet and we got lights. Yeah, I know. It only took them 3 hours.
We're doing this hard enough, I noticed. You weren't even doing any of that. So.
Well, that's because I was talking to you about something else. But, it's not sticking now. Come on, you guys. This is sticking.
Especially with blood with blocked stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. Stop taking these and call your doctor right away.
Okay.
Other side effects, gas, and swelling. There could be more to your story with iGasD. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to Linzest. Learn more at linzest.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by Happy Animal Pharmaceuticals.
The Ridiculous Crime Podcast proves that true crime isn't always about mayhem and murder. Sometimes it's just silly. Take a deep dive into the absurd side of criminality. Tales of stupid capers and idiotic cons that are 99% murder-free and 100% ridiculous.
16-year-old Max Wade decides to steal the yellow and black Lamborghini Gallardo Spider. The owner? You know him as Guy Fieri.
Listen to Ridiculous Crime on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Mornings at 6. The Situation.
So what's Biden doing about this? Anything?
He's just doing economic sanctions with the banks.
Yes.
So I saw this meme. You know the Top Gun shot where Goose is up, where they're upside down and he's giving him the bird. I saw that meme. Not enough. In other words, that's all he was doing. Not enough.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Smarty Marty is here with a follow-up. A couple follow-ups. Smarty Marty is our deputy at large. Hey, but I want to. Oh, I wanted to talk about one thing. This is so weird. This one guy that called about the erection case. That's what we're calling it. And basically, he went to a male enhancement clinic where they do radio wave stimulation of the blood vessels, and it's supposed to increase the ability to get an erection. I mean, it's a medical clinic. Now, apparently, this therapy isn't necessarily looked. It's controversial. Not everyone agrees it works, but this guy, I don't know. He said he doesn't have a problem, but he went there, and he said he went there because he wanted to improve. He just wanted to have better performance, he said. And he said he paid for like a certain number of treatments, and they kicked him out, basically. They said, we're not treating you anymore. And he didn't know why, but they said it's because you're getting aroused during the treatment. And he said, Tom, it's a vibrator on your whatever, and it vibrates and thumps, and I can't help it. I wasn't being lewd, but basically they won't treat me anymore. So he said, I want a refund for the treatments I'm not getting. I thought that was reasonable. What, by the way, what's the name of this clinic? We never got the name of it. Oh, Ridgeside, that's what it was, yeah. Ridgeside. Anyway. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay, you don't have to discuss it, but they're not going to keep me from discussing it. The guy called me. Yeah, so let me put you on hold so you don't violate your promise. But I'm saying that I think Ridgeside sucks. It's a bad word to use in this thing. But anyway, it's ED treatment they don't want to give them, which is fine. Don't give it to them. But why charge them for it? That is my only question. Why would Ridgeside charge for something they're not giving? Tell Marty I'll take him for the other follow-ups. Kelly, tell him I want to take him for the other follow-ups.
Well, at least the treatment's working, obviously, if he's getting an erection.
See,
no, he said he didn't have the problem when he went in there.
You know, and I wonder.
Wait, he didn't have the problem?
He said he didn't have the problem.
Then why did he go there?
He was curious.
Barry Bonds taking steroids.
What?
Barry Bonds taking steroids. When he was already good, he wanted to be better. Oh.
And
he's already stealing 20 bases every year.
He mentioned all of that.
Wait, this must have been Tuesday because I missed this.
Yeah.
So he didn't have a problem with erectile dysfunction.
No.
But he went in anyway.
Curiosity.
And then they
almost broke his back.
And what did they tell him?
Huh?
What did they tell him?
Well, see, they started giving him the treatments because apparently he didn't tell them that he did not have the problem when he went in. Because like he told us, he says, well, you know, just like that.
Do you think he's a weirdo and he went there to be fondled? No, I'm serious. I don't know.
I don't know if he was a weirdo and went there to be fondled, but I know he was definitely a weirdo who wanted to go try some. Man, no.
Yeah. There's some
but that sounds weird. Why would you go to a clinic that treats ED if you don't have ED?
Well, especially for that much money, especially for 35 months.
Yeah,
cash pay probably too, right? The insurance company.
He said he was curious.
Okay.
I'll take his money.
If you got 3,500, you burn for curiosity.
Not that kind of thing. No. Not curiosity about that.
Why you're asking that now? Like, what's he really?
Well, I mean, I know what the treatment's supposed to do. It's supposed to increase blood flow by creating new blood vessels.
Yeah, or opening the ones that are.
Yeah.
So pretty much someone went into a medical clinic asking for treatment they didn't need, and they're
disappointed.
Someone went to a medical clinic looking for treatment they don't need, and they're disappointed to not receive it.
Right.
To not receive the rest of it.
Did he get like half the treatment?
No, he said
free treatment.
Was it the third or fourth?
I think they were creeped out by it.
Yeah,
I would have been that because everyone's got the problem. Like, what is this?
But again, you know, I won't mention names, but a friend of mine went to a clinic, and they gave him a shot, in his penis, and he got an erection, which is what he was looking for. So why would getting an erection from a treatment be a cause for not continuing treatment?
I guess we need to know more about what this treatment entails. Yeah. What might look like this guy's in here being hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
He's ready to go, and then we're listening on him.
And we got these guys holding his dick.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah.
I see where. Yeah, it'd be like, yeah.
No. The call was weird. See, when the call came in, he said he had this issue of $3,500, blah 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 with this erectile dysfunction. They didn't give me the rest of my treatments. Then he started explaining. Tom started asking, "Why'd you go there?" He says, "Well, I didn't have the problem. I was curious." He said that maybe 5-6 times.
Well, I guarantee you he had the problem.
Yeah,
he didn't want to admit it.
No. He said what happened is they started giving him the treatment, and his bones started rising.
Right.
Okay. And they didn't like that. Okay. And they didn't like it because apparently then he might have said, "Well, I guess I don't really have the problem, but I'm curious."
Well, maybe something like maybe something like when you are treated with Cialis or
Russian cyber attack going on. How you know that, Roger? Give me some info. Send me in a direction. Where can I see it at? Is it on the news? Go ahead.
I said it's like when if you get prescribed Viagra or Cialis, when you take it, you don't get an erection immediately. You need to be stimulated.
Exactly.
So maybe this, he got stimulated, which causes an erection, which is what the treatment was supposed to do. Or maybe it wasn't supposed to do it without stimulation, but that the treatment was stimulating.
Yeah. He said he wanted he said he was curious. He said he wanted additional length. He thought it might give him some additional length or girth or something. But yes, those are all the things he said. That's why he went in there.
Okay, understood. The only problem is they should prorate his refund.
That's what we're thinking.
That's all.
His money back.
Like package, like a massage injury. If you buy 10 massages, you don't use them. Like, well, that sucks. You should use your massages. But they also don't kick you out of massage injury. Ooh, okay. Complicated, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of deep.
Keep your bonus to yourself a long time.
What are you just wondering about the outages, Roger? Comcast was down. They reported that they would be out and off the air. Our ship was not live until it just came up. Well, this must be the Russian cyber attack. Is that what's going on?
So does people want to take over the entire country of Ukraine?
I don't think we have any of that, do we? Other than we're like, you better not do it.
Well, he's launching invasions much further than I thought he would.
Yeah.
I thought he'd keep it to the 2 provinces that he annexed.
Nah, he's throwing rocks. He wants to start a fight. China's creeping up behind him.
How do we start a fight?
Well, the problem is China doesn't want to.
We can go over to this NATO country, this almost NATO country.
Yeah, but China doesn't want our economy to tank because then their economy will tank.
Exactly. I didn't say that they were going to tank our economy. I said they were going to be standing in the back.
Yeah, they're not doing anything one way or the other.
The more you can save. And Allstate Better Protection costs a whole lot less.
They're not going to do anything proactively either for or against Russia because they don't want to alienate Russia. They don't want to alienate our economy. So they just stand on the side.
Who ignores what, Chris?
Ideal is the only lender that offers these things. Credit optimization, which means they will work.
Oh, I get it. You don't know why hitting a button is so hard for these guys. Is that just you being... I could use 2 words for it, starting with an A. No, Dan does not work on this.
Okay, guys. You are actually approved. All they're waiting for is an appraisal and written guarantees that your pricing will be a certain amount and it will not change. 303-867-7000. Closing in 3 weeks or less. 303-867-7000.
Big time struggle city today, Jason. Jacob, came in this morning with no Comcast at all.
Mornings at 6. The Situation with Michael Brown. Jim Pluckey says that President Biden's sanction strategy against Russia has worked despite Putin invading Ukraine. What is working? Let's talk about that on Friday.
All right, back in.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK is our number, 713-8255. We've had full lines all day, and we invite your calls now if you need advice, answers to questions, and, of course, if we don't have them, we find them for you, or you need us to intercede with a consumer problem, question, or complaint, something we can do for you. We love doing. We help recovering hundreds of millions of dollars from people over the years in cash merchandise exchanges, refunds, and services. So, anyway, Smarty Marty looked into this garage floor thing, and I'll let him explain, but what the guy said was this. He hired garage experts of the foothills to do garage floors, wrong color. He said he wanted beige. They gave him gray. Then he said the company ground it down to correct it. Now he doesn't like the texture. He says it's too sandpapery, gritty, and it's going to wear out quickly. He said he had some other experts or other garage floor companies check it out. And that's where we stand. So, Smarty Marty, where do we go from here?
Well, I spoke with the owner of the garage floor company. His name is Santiago.
Yeah.
And, you know, he has a side of the story. He seemed very passionate about his side of the story. I invited him to call in the show. He claims he was going to, and he asked me what time. I told him 10 o'clock is the best time. He wrote the number. He has the number. I understand he never called.
No.
I left him another message and suggested maybe you got busy. I know you're a busy guy, but the show is from 10 to 2. You can call any time, and that's where it stands. His rebuttal to me was he painted a picture of the consumer being kind of a person who just takes advantage of people and looks to take advantage of people. And that's when I invited him on the show. I said, you seem to be very believe that you're in the right. And I said, then come on, So that's where we stand with him. Maybe he'll call another day. I don't know. But I just want to get back to the other case we just talked about with the guy I spoke with. I invited him on the show too. And he's going to find out from legal if he can do it.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, you're telling me some private stuff. You can say that to Tom. Whatever you're telling me, just tell Tom. He's giving me cryptic messages, what he can't talk about. I can't say this, but we take these.
Right.
It's not exactly true what he said. I said, then tell. If you're telling me, then you're legally allowed to tell that to Tom too. So he's
and here's the deal. I'm not looking for trouble. I think this guy definitely is telling only part of the story because it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me.
It didn't make sense to me either.
Why would this male enhancement clinic, Ridgeside, why would they refuse to do therapy on someone, especially someone who paid for that therapy? But my only beef with them is even if they had a legitimate in my opinion, if they had a legitimate reason to stop treatment, let's say the guy's a weirdo or whatever, if they have a legitimate reason to stop treatment, then I think that why take his money?
Well, again, we don't know.
Right,
we don't know what the contract calls for.
We don't.
And we don't, now that it's going to legal, Tom, I made a promise to the guy that I'm not going to divulge much, and I said, listen, I'll make you the promise, but you make me a promise that you're going to ask your superiors if you can come on the air, and I'll keep my word, and you keep your word. So he claims he'll ask. He seems to be a upstanding type of person.
Okay.
So that's all I can say. He did call me, so that's a good sign.
And you've always been a pretty darn good judge when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah. Well, not in the beginning. Mark, I lost a bet to Mark about a mover. Oh, so I wasn't too good in the beginning.
But man, I'll tell you what. What we'll do is we will wait until he reviews stuff. But he did say he was going to ask corporate, right? And then we might get the other side.
Well, he is corporate. No, he's corporate.
Oh,
he said he will ask legal.
Oh, okay.
It's in legal. If he can come on the air and say certain things.
Got it.
Because my logic was, you're telling me certain things, and you're in legal. So why can't you tell these same things to Tom?
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, makes
sense. So these little cryptic messages of the guy's not telling the whole story, whatever. Yeah. So tell that to Tom. That's all.
Okay. So anyway,
with that.
But
we have a couple other cases.
Yeah,
I'm working on with.
Good. What's going on?
The Southwest Airlines, Brad wanting his companion ticket.
Yes.
Still in the middle. Well, we're still in the middle of that. I'm working on that. Steve versus Car Shield, which is a big one, and I'm waiting to talk to the dealer, to the car place that Steve brought it to.
Yeah.
And find out from them why they even did some work without authorization.
That's what I don't understand that
one. Why did you do that?
Right.
And so we're supposed to do a conference call between Steve and the car dealer.
That is a big one. Thank you. All right, Smarty Marty. We appreciate it always. All right, Ed. Welcome to the show, Ed. I'm Tom Martino. What's going on?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
A few weeks ago, you referred to a heart scan company that had the latest and greatest type of heart scan, and I cannot remember.
Well, it's not a heart scan. It's a carotid scan of the carotid arteries, and it is called Core Scans. The name of the company is Corsanitas, but it's corescans.com, Core Scans, and it's what it is. It's really nothing more than ultrasound. But when I say nothing more, however, it's calibrated and aimed and used specifically to detect soft plaque. So it will, by the way, detect soft plaque, and it will give a score based on that. It's not a calcium score. And so soft plaque has been an indicator in medicine of immediate danger, if you have a lot of it, of stroke or heart attack or whatever, or cardiovascular disease in general. So the idea behind this $189 scan is to get you a baseline to see where you're at. And if it's dangerous, and we've had a couple of cases where people had immediate medical intervention and saved their lives, others just need simple treatments that can reverse it. There are some incredible things nowadays, including just one of them it's almost like an EpiPen that you do every 2 weeks, and it attacks it, and it's just amazing how it works. So,
is that Repatha?
Repatha, yeah, Repatha.
Yeah, it blocks one of the enzymes that forms cholesterol.
Yeah, but it's not okay. But it does that, and it works on soft plaque too, so it can stabilize that as well. It's way more aggressive than a regular statin. And it doesn't have the side effects of a regular statin. In any case, there's also a generic version of that. I forget the name of it, but insurance pays for it if it's prescribed by a doctor because of soft plaque and cholesterol. So that's a good thing. And did you have any other questions about it?
No, I just appreciate it. So it's Core Scan.
Yeah, let me give you the number. I'll give you the number. It's 720-740-2663.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Yeah, thank you. I want you to call me back. Let me know what happens, please. Here's the good thing about this. If you waste your money on it, you're going to be happy. It's the one thing that if you waste your money, you're going to actually be happy. Wouldn't you rather see nothing and be happy than if you saw some danger? Well, you can still be happy that you found it, right? So there's no unhappy results here. With some medical procedures, there are unhappy results. It doesn't do it. This absolutely does what it says. So you're going to find out or not. I mean, you're going to find out one way or the other. 303-713-8255. Now, Jason, what is your question on appraisals?
Yes.
What's your question on appraisals, Jason?
Well, anyhow, these were left by my parents.
Yes.
And I just need to liquidate them. They're Monets.
Oh, wait. Ho. You have originals?
I beliove so.
Or are they originals or prints? I mean, there's a big difference.
No, these are original bronzes, statues.
From Monet. I didn't know Monet did.
No, Manet.
Oh.
M-E-N-E. P.J. Manet.
Okay. I don't know anything about them. Okay.
They're all signed. Yeah, and I didn't know if you had anybody available to.
Let me,
anybody that
we don't have any art appraisals. But let me just say something that there's some Monets that were auctioned off recently, like a bull, and let me see what it sold for. I'm trying to find. Oh, they're not. Well, hold on. No, those are. I can't tell you what they sold for, but this one was a Monet. I'm trying to find some actual results for Monet. You know what? We can figure it out. We know people who may know appraisers. And what we'll do, okay, some of these Monets are going for as little as a couple $100, okay? So it's not like I thought we were going to see, like big deal, but they may not be some of his popular works. So here's what we'll do. We're going to take your information, and we're going to ask anyone out there who knows of art appraisers or specifically sculpture appraisals. But many fine arts people do a variety of art. But whatever it is, we're looking for value of Monet, M-E-N-E-T, Monet, sculptures. So let us know, 303-713-TALK.
Bitcoin.
That's what's bothering me.
What is?
That right there. All of a sudden, total popularity of Bitcoin and so on and so forth in main media. No, the commercial. I'm just listening to
This commercial.
Yeah.
What he's saying is, are you saying it's going to cause panic or cause what?
I'm saying that it's not going to cause panic. I'm believing that a lot of.
Gotta go. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. You know how I feel about Frank. I feel he's the best at what he does. And that means buying or selling real estate. So if you're looking to buy or sell, he can help you in the top 1% of producers. And on the buying side, he really takes his time to help you find the rare finds. In fact, he goes and finds stuff that just went off the market possibly and goes and resurrects those, or things that just come on the market. But he also will do free market valuations of your home if you're getting ready to sell based on actual sales. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Free legal advice about personal injury is a good thing because you're under no obligation to hire John Fuller, but he will spend as much time as you need to feel comfortable. He'll answer questions about your case. And then if you do hire him, it's a small percentage of what he collects for you. And here's the real deal. He's a small firm on purpose. I call it a boutique firm. I call it a personalized firm because he wants to super serve each and every client. You're not just a number. You'll never have to wonder where your case is with John Fuller. He'll be in contact with you, and you'll have his cell phone number. No other attorneys are going to do that. Give him a call. Find out what's up with your injury. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. His website is personalinjuryco.com.
I'm Dr. Nimesh Patel, an orthopedic surgeon at Ortho Colorado Hospital. As a doctor, I often get asked why I chose medicine, and my answer is simple. I do what I do because I love what you do. Whether it's an afternoon of soccer with my boys or skiing the Colorado slopes, I love being active. I understand when pain limits my patients' activities. That's why I do everything I can to get them back to the lives they love. To learn more, visit orthocolorado.org. Ortho Colorado, Colorado's only orthopedic hospital, part of Centura Health.
Replace that old furnace and air with a new Carrier system, saving more than $2,000 only from Plumline and Carrier. Turn to the experts. Plumline Services has been earning trust in Colorado since 1998, with a north location serving Boulder and Longmont. Schedule your service online. No phone call, no hassle, no wait. Plumline exudes excellence in every call with the highest of ethics. PlumlineServices.com. Service at home. Servants at heart.
Joe O'Day, an outsider, not a career politician. Joe O'Day, a conservative running for you.
Yeah, there's another one I blew, Tom, before Lodo got going real good. In '89, when I came here, the guy I came here to work for with AT&T suggested that I buy the top floor one of them buildings down there, and I didn't do it.
Cut the waste. Fund our military, police, and America's interests.
Yeah.
Regrets are for forgetting about that.
I know. I've had a few good ones.
Time
like
machine
that.
or let it go.
I know. I've had a few good ones like that.
People should never have to work a hard day in their life. So when people say, "Why are you running, Joe?" I'm running to be a voice for the working people of this country. I am one of you, and I will fight for you.
You talked to Mitch this morning about a dental issue with a root canal, and you gave him 2 dental surgeons.
Yeah.
He forgot both of them.
One of them is
Do you
Thomas
remember?
Stone.
Thomas Stone, okay.
That's who I would go to.
And one is Tom Mahalik. And I don't know how to say how you spell it. He's going to have to look up the numbers and shit. Tom Mahalik.
Prosthogenics is the only natural product that beat over 100 other selling
Tom would have a problem.
Like,
I thought we were talking about French Impressionists, not Spanish.
Do you guys need water or anything?
So Stone and Mahalik, they're
Yeah,
both
let me give
Toms.
you Stone's number.
Oh, good.
Hell of a difference.
You want to just email it to me, or? I forgot my pen. Let me go road and get my pen. I don't know how much time I have.
So they call them DNDs?
Well, he's a DMD, he's DDSMD. You got 2 separate.
I know, but here they call them DMD.
Okay.
Maybe, I thought that maybe that's what it meant. I don't know. Mahalik.
Their entire goal is to pay you the least amount of money. Don't be fooled by these mistakes. Their adjusters are nothing but wolves.
I don't know if this is him or not.
Someone on your side fighting for you. You need
Okay, Thomas Stone is 303 502 5358.
And then Tom Mahalik.
Yeah, it's Mahalik. H-O-L-I-C-K, I believe. Mahalik.
Okay.
Fairway Collision Center is a family-owned auto body shop that gives you quality workmanship at a fair, competitive price. Since 1994, neighbors have received great service, whether it's repairing a small dent or restoring your car. For more info, go to
Are they just targeting buildings?
Lynn was showing me, at one point, the guys did show me the reports of Ukraine having their first Russian prisoners of war. So that's the only thing I've seen so far is Ukrainians capturing Russians, but I'm sure.
You remember in Libya, every time the U.S. bombed a site, it was a baby food factory?
Right.
They had so many damn baby food factories.
Or it was a children's hospital.
Yeah.
There's not people that, yeah, it's at least going to be very important Ukrainian government officials that go missing when it's over.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay, so we're talking with Colorado Pain Care Sport and Spine, if you have any questions for them. And we did talk about going direct to a physical therapist. You can, right? And what would they do? Ask for physical therapy? Do they need a prescription?
No, so Colorado is one of 20 states that allow direct access, meaning you can call a physical therapy clinic.
So if somebody calls you with pain, what happens then? What if they need more than physical therapy? Will you be the one to assess that?
Yeah, so when I first come in contact with a patient, they're there for an evaluation. They're not there to hop straight into treatment. We're there for an evaluation. So the first thing we do is determine the issue and figure out if it's appropriate for physical therapy. If it's not an appropriate condition for physical therapy, I figure out where I need to refer you.
So sometimes you say, look, I don't mind doing physical therapy, but you need to see Dr. So-and-so first?
Yeah, about 5% of my patients, I turn around to have something else done first before they come to PT because it's medically
okay, but
necessary.
then that's only 5%, so most of them can benefit immediately from some physical therapy.
Very much so, yeah.
Cool. All right, 303-713-8255. Okay, now let's keep going here. What's going on, Kathleen? What's going on in your life?
Well, I was wondering if there is free internet available for people who are below the poverty line.
You know what? There was a move to do that, but I don't ever recall it getting off the ground. That's a good question. If there's free internet, like broadband or something, for people in need. Huh.
Yeah, because you can't even reach services that would be able to help you without internet.
You know what? That's a good question. That's a good question.
You have, internet for a bank account.
You know, you're right. I don't know. I don't know of any, but I'm Googling it like a lot of people are. There are some, let's see, there are some of the people say they're low price for lower income people. Now, there is something, free and low cost internet assistance, and I don't know if this is legit or not, but I just Googled free internet for those in need. That's a good question, and it's one that I'd love to get answered, actually. I'm saying, like here it's asking who has free and low cost, and I'm trying to figure out which services here. There's a Keep Americans Connected initiative going on right now, so it may be soon. It's under the government website fcc.gov, and then if you do a / Keep Americans Connected with a hyphen between each word, Keep Americans Connected. There is hold on. So you go FCC, which is Federal Communications Commission, fcc.gov. And once you get there, you probably can search connectivity, but if you just go fcc.gov and do a /, then Keep Americans Connected with a hyphen between each word, Keep Americans Connected. What this is hold on. In response to the pandemic, they did it. And it says its impact, let's see, more ways. It's saying the chair also. I don't know if this, I can't read it while I'm live, but apparently there are some programs that were encouraged and are still going on. You might want to check that. You don't have any connectivity at all?
It's not for me, but I have a couple of friends who don't have any at all. They have one has a cell phone, one only has a landline, so she'd probably have to get a cell phone.
What kind of cell phone does the one have?
She has a Cricket.
Okay, that may not be enough, but there are some smartphones that have personal hotspots. Now that used to be a dreadful way to connect, but with 5G. Sometimes I'm out of range of a good Wi-Fi, and I have a cell phone, so I put my cell phone hotspot on my computer, hooks up to it, basically. What it means by hotspot is you share your cell service with your computer, and you log on to it. It's your own network, basically. And I'm telling you, nowadays, with 5G service, that's about as cheap as you'll ever get for Wi-Fi, and it's fast. It's really fast, faster than some Wi-Fis, which is wireless internet. It's just faster than some broadband. So that is an option. So when someone goes to get a cell phone, if they get a 5G cell phone capable of doing a hotspot, and most smartphones are, I think, right? Do you have Droid or Apple? Do you have Droid? What are you on, Toledo?
I'm on an Android. I've got a hotspot.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and it's
How
free.
How do you find that? Do you just...
do you have a phone right now in front of you that you're using?
No, but...
If you're on a cell phone, you go to settings, okay? Just go to settings. And then you look for something called personal hotspot or hotspot, or you may have to go into your broadband or Wi-Fi and then find it. But there is a switch where you can turn on your phone's internet to be used by your other devices.
Okay.
And that's really a good solution. In fact, 5G is going to change everything. You're going to see a lot of massive cancellations of Xfinity and other kinds of broadband because it's so fast. It really is. I mean, you know, so people can come home. I predict they'll come home, put their phone in a cradle, and that phone in that cradle will feed their computers and their whole house with broadband. And they can still take calls. So it's really a remarkable thing.
I use at my hangar. I use that. I use my phone. Put my phone up there, and I can get on my computer.
Pretty reliable, huh? It used to be when they first started doing that. Did you ever try when it first started?
Oh, terrible! Oh my God! But 5G is crazy fast. It feeds my hangar. My kids used to sit there and watch Netflix on it while I'm doing other things.
Got two of your ex-common men in here talking today. They enjoy being common men.
Cool.
Mostly cloudy tomorrow for your Friday with a high right around 30. It's 23 right now in Denver.
Paul says he's a fanboy.
Looking for a great deal on blinds, shades, and shutters? Save 50% off any order during Blindster.com's President's Day sale. Blindster offers custom wood and faux wood blinds.
I'm going to see your friend Kurt Rogers after the show today. Get my papers in line.
Blindster.com.
Let's talk about free legal advice for criminal defense. You call Joe Lazzara, your initial consultation is free, and then you have flat rates after that. So he'll quote you a flat rate and take care of the whole thing. Now, obviously, I'm hoping you never need Joe Lazzara, Joseph A. Lazzara, for criminal defense, because that means you're in trouble for something, right? Many times it might be a stupid mistake, a one-time thing. It might be a problem that needs to be addressed, or it might be, something where you need to use an attorney to negotiate for you. Whatever you do, don't ever try to represent yourself. Joe Lazzara for DUIs and other complications, 303-429-6200. That's 303-429-6200. If you're looking for countertops, I have referred so many people to Mitch Floria, otherwise known as theartofgranite.com. The way he does business is so simple, wholesale on all materials. So whether it's man-made stuff, right, or it's natural stone, it's wholesale to you. Also, tearing out the old stuff and disposing of that's free. And the bathroom vanity's free as long as he's there doing the kitchen. So what's really cool is it's a simple, straightforward way of doing business. He charges for fabrication and installation, which means you can get your price on the phone. Theartofgranite.com, 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919.
New to CuriosityStream. Can nature help us beat cancer?
Regenerate organs, or even help us live forever. Somewhere in the DNA could be the key. The solution to humanity's problems. It can be blood, eyes, parts of his spinal cord, and even some areas of his brain. Could already be in nature's playbook. This could save millions and millions of lives. Watch the Curiosity original series Evolve, only on CuriosityStream. Annual plans are just $20. That's $1.67 a month. Sign up at CuriosityStream.com.
Right now is the time to put your home to work for you. It really is, because all of that equity that you've built over the past several years, it can now be accessed as cash to improve your financial condition. Paying off that interest debt or funding a home renovation, it doesn't matter. It's your money to use however you want to use it. All you need to do is call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans. Michael Brown here, and I want you to call American Financing and ask to speak to one of their home loan specialists that are honestly friends of mine. They're going to offer you free mortgage reviews with no pressure, no obligation, no upfront or hidden fees. You're just going to have a simple conversation with one of my friends around custom loans designed just for you. It can mean up to $1,000 in monthly savings.
So why not call one of our friends at American Financing? You might close in as fast as 10 days. So call right now. Ask for one of Michael Brown's friends. 303-695-7000. 303-695-7000 or online AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 122334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate. I should have had done right do it. Don't be that person that says this after ordering your
I can get it,
Right, Dad? You've got that right now. Hi, folks. Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. Simply put, we make people happy. Ever since the 80s, we've proven ourselves by being picky. Tell the folks, Tom. Well, there's only one way we'll resurface cabinets. 1/4 inch glued and nailed. Replacement kitchens, only custom-built cabinets by our own people for a fabulous look. Bathrooms, you can count on the tried-and-true Done Right bathroom renovation system. And windows and entry doors? Dad, how about your 2 cents? Well, it starts with a quality window wall, yes, but I'm here to tell you, the preparation, installation, and finish are exactly why they'll be able to join those that say, done right, did right by me. So folks, whether it's kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, or even replacement windows and doors, as always, you have word for Future Right at Done Right. 303-720-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you might be kicking yourself in the head. Rates are at historic lows, so take advantage of our new Fast Track loan with an unbelievable low rate of 3.5% rate and APR with our no closing costs 30-year fixed loan. That's right, no points, no fees. Hi, I'm Wesley Hoagland with Westland Financial, a trusted lender for over 20 years. Even if you've refinanced in the last year, we can still probably save you money. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how you can save up to thousands of dollars a year. This amazing 3.5% rate and APR won't last long, and our new Fast Track loan process can get it done in record time. So call today, 844-425-3669. That's 844-425-3669. 844-425-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. Call us at 844-425-3669.
Are sports apps regulated, I wonder?
Sports betting apps, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Well, in what fashion is happening? Like, to keep the odds honest, or to keep the payouts honest, the books?
Well, the odds don't matter.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, let's say the payouts.
Payouts, I'm sure they're regulated. They must get a license from the state.
Well, who says?
Because they're
some of them are offshore.
You get
So
a
what's
tax
going to keep?
document afterwards that they send you your government information for taxes once a year, all that stuff. Anyone that's based in the United States, at least.
And all the ones, FanDuel and Caesars and, again, they're all regulated.
Hi, Tom Martino.
Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have plenty of time for calls. Let's talk to Harold about a furnace. Harold, what's going on with you?
I'm just want to have a couple names and phone numbers of furnaces, and maybe one or two that offer, evening services. I don't need one now, but when I do, I just want to, look around for a phone number.
Sure. Let me ask you a few questions. How big is your house?
About 14.
100? 14? Okay. And how old is your furnace?
10.
Okay. And you may or may not need anything. I mean, is it an 80% efficient? An older one? No?
I don't know.
Okay. And it's a 10-year-old furnace, so how long you been in the house?
6 years.
Have you ever done anything to that furnace?
Had it cleaned.
When?
Oh, gosh, from one of your, when you advertise on the radio.
I hope you did. I hope you did fix it 24/7 because they go through the whole dang thing. And
I know. I called them a couple of years ago in the summertime or in the fall. It was warm outside. That guy went up and down my basement stairs with parts and washed them out.
Good. Because they listen.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they're great. And now they're only charging $24 for that. We used to be $39, and $39 is a steal. It should be hundreds. But here's what I want to ask, though. This is what's really important. If they didn't find anything wrong with it, and it's only been a few years, then there's probably nothing wrong with it. And because they look for stuff, not fake stuff. I mean, they look for real deals, so you don't, because they guarantee a no breakdown. So what I would do is just every maybe 2 or 3 years have that done, And then if you do need one, worry about it then. But we have a lot of good companies on referralist.com. You just name one, Fix It, fixmyhome.com. They're good people. Plumline is a good company. Here's the deal. You should shop around no matter what you do and be smart by the time you need it. Don't shop when you need it. Shop when you don't. What I mean by shopping is not ordering one, but just kind of talk to people and look on the internet for different options and different efficiencies. Is your house pretty well insulated?
Yes.
If your house is really well insulated, then you know, it would do you good to have a high efficiency one. You're not wasting the extra efficiency. Some houses, you know, because some houses are just not good enough to, I mean, high efficiency is kind of wasted on them. That's what I mean. They're not meant, you know, you have to do too much retrofitting. But in a good tight house, a good high efficiency furnace, you can really do some savings. And on yours, if it's 10 years old, it's not that terrible. It's probably not wasting a lot of money. And believe me, if you had Fix It out there looking at it and cleaning it like they did, and I know they use solvents, they use sprays, that thing is refurbished. So that's pretty good. And you only had it done a few years ago. I wouldn't worry. So I would say, honestly, I don't mean to put it off, but I'm saying referralist.com when you're ready, but have it periodically cleaned by Fix It. And I say Fix It because when it comes to that part of it, the cleaning and checking, they do the best. When it comes to that part of it, they're really, really thorough. And
yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, and they will find problems if there are any, and it's a testament if they don't. Now, they'll bring up problems that aren't immediate. They might say, hey, your fan motor, your blower motor is leaking, you know, it's a little moist around the bearings. Now, that could go for another few years, or it can go out any time, and then they might price out a motor or say if you want to, and if it's too old, they may say you may as well replace the furnace, things like that. But what they won't do is lie to you, that's for sure. And I'd like to believe, and I think I can say this with confidence, no one on the referral list will lie to you. Now, they might give you their opinion. Opinions may differ a little as to when you should replace a furnace, but you are wise now, Howard. So start thinking about it. I would say, you know, you're going to get, I would hope, at least 15 years out of a furnace if it was only 10 years old. Those were starting to be built better. So, and I'd like to believe if you had one done now, they'll last 20, 25 years. My goodness, you know, and a lot has to do with installation. You know, a furnace that's not installed properly will wear out quicker, and if it's not maintained properly. So here's some of the things that happen to furnaces that make them prematurely age. First, dirt is the #1 killer, as George will tell you over at Fix It, fixmyhome.com. He'll say dirt, right? The second thing, and dirt really will take a toll. Other than dirt, you have choking it down with heavy-duty filters that are supposed to be what they call really good filters are really bad for the furnace. You actually don't want really good filters. What you want are very wispy filters, and then you want to change them often. Or, of course, you can get one of these electrostatic filters where you just, you know, brush off the coil, and but that's expensive. Now, the other thing, so other than choking it down, people don't have enough return air. That can prematurely age a furnace because it overheats, or it doesn't have enough fresh air for efficient combustion, or it doesn't have enough flue to vent. Now, the newer ones don't need giant flues, but they need a flue. So and some have even powered venting where they have to suck the gases out. So all of these things not operating properly will prematurely age a furnace, and that's sometimes why people at, you know, 11 years, 10 years, 15 years, all of a sudden have to start looking at new ones when they had a really good furnace to begin with. So installation and maintenance has everything to do with longevity of a furnace. And it's not just the brand. Now, Bob Logan over at Plumline said he'd rather have a cheaper furnace with an expert installer, expert installation, with the proper airflow and maintenance than a high-priced one done poorly. So remember, there's a balance there.
Impact Traffic. Sponsored by Blindster.
We have a report of an accident on eastbound I-70 at Brighton Boulevard, stretch slow from I-25. On westbound C-470, eastbound Alameda, there's a box.
This is really sad.
Yeah.
I mean, we look at this on these little screens and don't realize the fucking devastation.
Oh, you mean this war?
People.
Yeah.
Like real people. Like real people. And kids.
All the special needs kids, get them out of there.
Why the fuck did they have to? Can't a military just march into a place without bombing them like
Of course
that?
not, because there's resistance. I mean,
So are they just disheartened?
only if you're Belgium or the Netherlands. They gave up without basically without a fight.
They just not carpet bomb. They're not carpet bombs, but they're strategically bombed, and then just break their spirit.
That's what they're trying to do.
Let's talk about BlakeHarrisLaw.com. I love talking about Blake because he is an estate planning attorney. He's helped so many of my listeners. So spread the word around about him, okay? BlakeHarrisLaw.com. You know what I love about him? He'll answer your questions. If you call him right now and say, hey, Blake, somebody just died. What about this? What about that? Or, hey, Blake, I don't have a plan. What should I do? Or, hey, Blake, I have 3 kids. I'm this old. They're this old. What should I do? You ask about all kinds of stuff, like how to leave a house, how to leave a car, how to leave art, maybe a beneficiary's deed, payable on death certificate for bank accounts. You go to 833-ASK-BLAKE. That's his phone number. Ask him questions. No charge. He then charges flat rates for whatever he does for you. Whatever he recommends, whatever you guys agree to. 833-ASK-BLAKE. BlakeHarrisLaw.com. Now, core scans I've talked about, and a lot of you have called back and said, I didn't get that, or you email me. That's fine. You can always email me, help@troubleshooter.com. I want to answer a few questions I get commonly. Did I really have it done? Yes, absolutely, positively, twice. And I'm going for a third. The first one found some soft plaque, and it was of concern. Now, I wasn't in immediate danger like some of our clients where they go, or my listeners, I should say, where they go and they had to have an emergency surgery or something. Mine was, a little more than mild. And then I went on a drug that I talked about that reversed it and stopped it, and that's what the second scan showed. Now, that doesn't mean I won't go for another one. I will. I want to go for another one to make sure it's still working. And I hope that you waste your money. I hope that there's nothing there to treat. So go to corescans.com. Now, remember, they don't have a vested interest in you going to a doctor because they just do the diagnosis. And it's the lowest cost, most accurate diagnostic method. Corescans.com, 720-740-2663. 720-740-2663.
The Ridiculous Crime Podcast proves that true crime isn't always about mayhem.
Good. Run to the head.
I'm rich. I just made $6.30 this year of interest on my bank account.
You must be rich. You got $6 worth of interest. That's a nice day.
Thank God you used your savings account.
What?
Thank God you used your savings account. That would
Yeah.
never happen.
Let me see what I got on my savings account. That was on my checking account.
Don't miss the Trading Group Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 630 KHEL. Learn how you can earn a full-time income as a short-term trader. That's the Trading Group Show. Saturdays at the question line is 888-646-8787.
I made $11 on my savings account. I don't know what to do with all the money.
Buy me lunch.
What? Buy me lunch anytime.
You can roll that into next year. I'm trying to tell you, buy a house with it.
In Missouri.
Just outside. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Underwater. when the water goes down, you'll have some prime property. I was watching where that's exactly what was going on some island, some place that these people had to go. The land bridge was covered by water. Most of the day it was only open for 2 hours.
So low tides are one chance to.
It's like Mont Saint Michel in Paris. Mm. Have you ever seen that? There's this huge cathedral.
Yeah.
That's a quarter mile off the French coast, and you can only go to it at low tide. So twice a day you can get to it. Other than that, it's surrounded by water.
Wow, that's pretty deep.
I know that structure. I didn't realize
the water.
That's cool.
Orchard. Denver is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets. Get started at orchard.com.
Hi, it's Mandy Call. Join my friend Gary Bell.
So we have all of 10 minutes left and all of 1 hour on the air.
We have 4 minutes of airtime.
Y'all need to be glad I like y'all, because I could have went home this morning.
What would we do without you, Talib?
Hey, I don't know. Maybe not laugh as much. I don't know. We're going to find out, though. I'm going to be out for at least 30. So I can move around.
When's your surgery?
On the 2nd.
March 2nd? Where are you having it done?
Over here in Aurora.
Where? At Aurora Regional?
I think it's a surgery.
Oh, the surgery center?
Yeah.
Oh, the surgery center that's on Potomac?
I think so.
Yeah, that's it.
Who's doing it? What's his name?
His name is Peller.
Huh?
P-H-E-L-E-R.
Oh,
You know that guy?
No.
I don't know that one either. You said it was
You know Dr. Choi?
Yes. Well,
He's a
which Dr. Choi? There's a lot of Dr.
William
Choi.
Choi.
Is he a Rose?
No, he's at the
Do
Central.
you have other than, I'm sorry.
The Central Building on Bellevue.
I don't know.
Kent-wise, there is no Deputy Drew, and he cannot fill in for me or you.
Here's what I want you to know. I want to ask you. Do you get people who come to you for referred by other doctors other than Colorado Pain Care?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Anyway. Yeah. That's grown more in the past. Doctors don't really want to send their people to chronic pain physical therapists until they realize we're going to send their patient back when we're done.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Here to help you solve problems, answer questions, and take complaints and make your life just a little easier. That's what we do. So, what we need to do is take your phone calls. We work at it all day long, and if you want to call, you can call when we're not on the air, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Now, we do have time for more phone calls if you have them, but I have also some questions for Colorado Pain Care. Now, we have Devin with us who does the physical therapy there. He's a PhD, and they have high-level physical therapy. So he can answer any question, though, about the clinic. What I like about the clinic is that they do truly, how do you put it, they're aggressive. I don't want to make it sound like aggressive, like they were manhandling. I mean, they're aggressive. They go right to work. By the time you get there, they've reviewed your medical records that you've sent them and stuff. So when they're very proactive, that's a good word. So, I mean, they're ready to give you, if you need something right away on your first visit, and then get you into physical therapy to help yourself. You know, is lower back one of the most common things you guys see? I'm just curious.
It is the single
probably with aging patients, right?
Yeah, it's the single most common thing that comes through the door.
The single most common thing. Okay. Now, mostly for older patients or everyone?
All populations.
Really?
Yeah. Back pain.
Why is it? Why is lower back such a big deal?
Well, it's the center point for any stress we put through our body.
Okay.
We have to stress our bodies to sit, walk, lay in an odd position on the couch. There's all kinds of ways to stress your low back that we don't ever think of.
Is texting, looking down at phones and screens, is that showing up in your physical therapy? Do you see things?
It's become enough of a problem that there's a kind of a term called text neck.
Are you kidding me? Text neck.
It's very much a problem, and sometimes the solution is...
Even for young people.
There's some people that their spine is healthy enough that the solution to the problem is hold your phone up while you're texting, and then your pain will go away. because they're holding their neck down for hours.
And you see this, what I have here for my laptop.
You have a nice station where it's at a good level where you don't have to torque your neck.
Now, I did that because looking down all the time at a screen was getting to my neck, and then I picked that up. Lower back pain. There's obviously numerous sources. What are the most common sources of lower back?
Most likely it's going to be involving the vertebral discs between the vertebrae or the spinal nerve roots that come out between the vertebrae where the
right at the lower back issue, right where it hurts.
Yeah, so what we all think of sciatica, a disc herniation pushing on your sciatic nerve with back pain and pain down.
And it radiates outward and downward.
And down, yeah.
So what really is important is that people get to pain. Isn't it true that the longer you have pain, the harder it is to treat?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
In many conditions, literally the physics of what's going on within your body needs to be changed. So if we're talking about a misposition of a facet joint or a disc in a wrong spot in someone's spine, until that has been changed, your condition is going to continue to worsen. Earlier we talked about erosion and pressure. If we have excessive erosion and too much pressure on a joint, it's going to wear away quicker. So you need to intervene before you let it get worse.
Okay, and when you intervene, we're talking about not just physical therapy. Sometimes you need more.
Every person is truly unique, and their needs will be determined by what their body produces.
What's the most common problem with the lower back that here's what the most common physical therapy thing that will help almost anyone with lower back? Like, is there one thing almost common to all lower back problems?
Sure.
Like one little simple thing you can do.
My simple advice I give to people who are not a good fit for PT because they have a physical limitation in participating.
Yeah.
My advice to them is the same thing we tell people when they have babies. Do tummy time. Spend some time on your stomach.
Really?
It gets you out of a flex position, takes pressure off the lumbar discs.
On your stomach and with your head up, maybe?
Doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that's Colorado Pain Care Sport and Spine 303-GOT-PAIN. 303-GOT-PAIN. Okay, I want to remind you, referralist.com is there for a reason. We have screened people and go through lengths to continually monitor them. Save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino.